Yeah, let them know. Let them know. All right. Yeah, I'm on your ass early. I'm on your ass early this morning. And here's the thing, y'all. Y'all know what I like most about 5:30 in the morning, 5:45, and all this stuff in the morning. Ain't no traffic. I'm just saying. Everybody's still in the bed. So by the time you get up, you got a whole lesson ready for you. You got a whole full court press ready for you. So let's go. And we are going to start with our. I need to start with new information. Do I start from the beginning? Yeah. All right. So new information, chapter 4. What's up, Tip? Tip up with me? What's up? What you got going on, Tip? And why you up so early? I'm just saying, why you up so early? And tell y'all that I got something for it too. All right. First off, let's talk about bacterial growth and reproduction. And let me get this light on. Ooh, much better, much better, much better. All right, let's talk about bacterial growth and reproduction. When seen under a microscope, bacteria look like tiny bags. They generally consist of an outer cell wall that contains a liquid called protoplasm. About to get off one job, I'm on to the. Well, let's go. Let's get it. Bacterial cells manufacture their own food through what they absorb from the surrounding environment. They give off waste products, they grow, they reproduce. The life cycle of bacteria consists of two distinct phases, the active stage and the inactive stage. In the active stage, bacteria grow, reproduce. They multiply best in warm, dark, damp, or dirty places. When conditions are favorable, bacteria grow and they reproduce. When they reach their largest size, they divide into two new cells. This division is called binary fission. The cells that are formed as a result of binary fission are called daughter cells and are produced every 20 to 60 minutes, depending on the bacteria. For example, the infectious pathogen Staphylococcus aureus undergoes cell division every 27 to 30 minutes. When conditions become unfavorable, bacteria either die or they become inactive. In the inactive stage, certain bacteria, such as the bacteria that cause tetanus and botulism, among others, can form spores by coating themselves with wax-like outer shells during unfavorable conditions. These spores protect the bacteria, enabling them to withstand long periods of famine, dryness, and unsuitable temperatures. In this condition, spores can be blown about and are not harmed by disinfectants, heat, or cold. If favorable conditions, such as a moist environment, return, the spores can change into the active form and begin to grow and reproduce again. All right, real quick. Bacterial infections. There can be no bacterial infection without the presence of pathogenic bacteria, which means harmful. We'll get to that in a minute. Therefore, if pathogenic bacteria are eliminated, clients cannot become infected. And inflammation is a condition in which the tissue of the body reacts to injury, irritation, or infection. And inflammation is characterized by redness, heat, pain, and or swelling. All right. Now, we're going to go back to our beginning. Are y'all ready? All right. Let's get started with our terms. You got cleaning, sanitizing, disinfecting. Cleaning, mechanical process of scrubbing using soap and water or detergent and water to remove all visible dirt, debris, and many disease-causing germs. Sanitizing, defined as a chemical process. Disinfecting, described as a chemical process. The difference between the two: sanitizing reduces the number of disease-causing germs. Disinfecting, um, chemical process uses specific products to destroy. Okay, so sanitizing, reducing, disinfecting, you're trying to destroy. Federal agencies, you got the OSHA, aka the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. They are responsible for the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1970. This regulation created the Hazard Communication Standard, which came from that your material safety data sheets, which are now just the safety data sheets. So MSDSs became SDSs. You also have the right to know law, which is associated with OSHA. and the pictograms and hazard icons that are associated with. What's up, Michelle? That are associated. Michelle, save the date, December 16th. If you're still watching, December 16th. Matter of fact, just send me a DM when I get off of here, okay? Next agency, you got the EPA, aka the Environmental Protection Agency. They register all types of disinfectants sold and used in the United States. What are disinfectants? Once again, disinfectants, they are chemical products that destroy most bacteria, excluding bacterial spores, okay? They destroy fungi and viruses on surfaces. Two types: hospital disinfectants and tuberculocidal disinfectants. Hospital disinfectants effective for cleaning blood and body fluids from non-porous surfaces. By non-porous surfaces, we mean an item made or constructed of a material that has no pores or openings and that cannot absorb liquids. Tuberculocidal disinfectants, often referred to as phenolics, proven to kill the bacterium that causes tuberculosis. All right. Laws and rules, what is the difference? Laws are written by both federal and state legislators that determine the scope of practice. We're going to talk about scope of practice in 1 second. Rules and regulations, they are more specific than laws. Regulatory agency or the state board writes the rules and determines how the law must be applied. Rules establish certain standards of conduct and can be changed or updated frequently. All right, let's talk about scope of practice real quick. So here's what that means. Let's say you got your braider's license, right? Okay, braiding is a natural thing. You don't use certain things, like you don't use a curling iron. You don't use curling iron, a flat iron, certain chemicals, like you're not using color for the actual braiding itself, right? So if state board come and they see that you have a curling iron, that's outside your scope as a braider. That's what they mean by scope of practice. So that's the difference now. That's why a lot of braiders that's why all braiders are in barbershops now, because it's outside the scope of cosmetology. That's what they mean by scope of practice, okay? Also, scope of practice just means what each license allows the holder to do. So that cuts down on that happens because they don't want somebody claiming one license and trying to use that license to do other things. That makes sense. That's what we mean by scope of practice. Cecil, what's up, man? What's up? What's the good word? What's the good word? Okay, I see some people up early with me, man. Maybe I need to go early more often before my workout. This usually when I be doing my workout, y'all, but I have been pushed by a dear friend of mine. He was like, listen, bro, I'm going to push you because I see where you're going. So I'm just gonna give you all the encouragement you need, man. I need you to keep going. I need you to go as hard as you possibly can, because everybody's rooting for you. All right, cool. I will be up early as fuck to give y'all this info. All right. Let's see. Infection control. First of the methods used to eliminate or reduce the transmission of infectious organisms. All right. You got bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites. Infectious disease caused by pathogenic, which means harmful organisms that enter the body. Cleaning, disinfecting procedures are designed to prevent the spread of infectious disease. At minimum, disinfectants used in barbershops must be bactericidal. That just means kills bacteria. Virucidal, kills viruses. Fungicidal, capable of destroying molds and fungi. That's all cytal means, okay? So if you got barbicide, guess what? Barbicide kills most of the germs, most of the pathogens that you would encounter that might be on your clippers. That's what clippercide is for. Makes sense, right? All right. Bacteria, singular, bacterium. They are single-celled. Put a 1 in the chat. They are single-celled microorganisms that have both plant and animal characteristics. A microorganism is any organism of microscopic or submicroscopic size. Types of bacteria. You got two: non-pathogenic, pathogenic. Non-pathogenic. Most bacteria are non-pathogenic. They are harmless, meaning harmless. They may perform useful functions. They're safe to come in contact with. They, believe it or not, non-pathogenic bacteria are used to make yogurt, cheese, and some medicines. In the human body, non-pathogenic bacteria help the body break down food, protect against infection, and stimulate the immune system. Okay? Pathogenic, it means harmless. Pathogenic bacteria are harmful microorganisms that can cause disease or infection in humans when they invade the body. All the bad stuff that bacteria can do. That's pathogenic bacteria. All right. Kim, what's up, Kimmy? Kim, listen, DM me, call me, message me, whatever. I gotta get you out that house, man. I gotta get you out that house, Kim. But how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. I can't wait to talk to you. Matter of fact, Kim, save the date, December the 16th. Okay, December the 16th. I'm gonna do my ribbon cutting / grand opening / memorial for my brother. All in one day. It's going on all day affair. All right, all day, most of the night. Just saying. Save the date, December 16th. All right, classifications of pathogenic bacteria. You have three distinct shapes. Help identify them. You got cocci, you got bacilli, spirilla. Cocci, round shape. Bacilli, short rod shape. Spirilla, spiral or corkscrew. Now, within those three, within the cocci family, you got three within that. You have Staphylococci, Streptococci, Diplococci. Staphylococci, pus forming, it grows in clusters like bunches of grapes. Streptococci, pus forming, arranged in curved lines like a string of beads. Diplococci are like little spheres that grow in pairs and cause diseases such as pneumonia. All right. Movement of bacteria. Different bacteria move in different ways. The term motility, which rhymes with mobility, which makes sense, refers to self-movement. Cocci rarely demonstrate self-movement. Bacilli and spirilla are both capable of movement and use slender hair-like extensions called flagella for movement. All right. And that will be it for chapter 4. We're going to jump to chapter 6. Anatomy and physiology. We're going to go to previous information, and then we'll go to new information. All right, anatomy, study of the human body structures. Physiology, study of the functions. Anatomy, structures, physiology, functions. Okay. Kiana, what's good? Okay, I got y'all. So y'all telling me I need to be up early. I need to be doing this early because I don't be seeing anybody like I haven't seen this turnout when it's close to everybody going to work. So y'all up when I'm up, huh? I was like, well, I need to go work out. And I usually get up and work out first, Kiana. But what I need to do is go ahead and give y'all this information, huh? I remember that. Just saying. Kiana, what up, though? Listen, Kiana, if I haven't told you, save the date, December 16th, ribbon cutting, grand opening, my brother's memorial, all in one shot, all in one day, one event. Okay. So save the date, December 16th, all day affair, most of the night. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anatomy, physiology, anatomy, study of the human body structures, physiology, study of the functions. Okay. Cells, the basic units of all living things, from bacteria to plants to animals, including human beings. Without cells, life does not exist. Basic structure of the cell. Cells of all living things are composed of a substance called protoplasm, a colorless jelly-like substance found inside cells in which food elements such as proteins, fats, carbs, mineral salts, and water are present. All right. The nucleus is the dense, active protoplasm found in the center of the cell. The cytoplasm is the watery fluid that surrounds the nucleus of the cell and is needed for growth, reproduction, and self-repair. The cell membrane is the cell wall that encloses the protoplasm and permits soluble substances to enter and leave the cell. Oh, real quick. So the thing about cytoplasm and protoplasm, all right, because I used to get them confused all the time. Cytoplasm is part of the protoplasm of the cell. So if I ask you what's the difference, students, and that's a test question. If I ask y'all what's the difference, cytoplasm is part of the protoplasm of the cell. That's the difference. All right. Cell reproduction and division, mitosis. It is the usual process of cell reproduction of human tissues that occurs when the cell divides into two identical cells called daughter cells. Have we not talked about this already with bacteria? Just saying. Two small structures near the nucleus called centrioles. They move to each side during the mitosis process to help divide the cells. So think of centrioles like this, and then they just do this, and now they two more cells. Makes sense, right? Pretty self-explanatory. Now we're going to identify types of tissues. Tissue, collection of similar cells that perform a particular function. Each kind of tissue has a certain function, can be recognized by its appearance. 4 types of tissue in the body. You got connective tissue, it's fibrous tissue that binds together, protects, supports the various parts of the body. Examples of connective tissue are bone, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, blood, lymph, and adipose tissue, a technical term for fat. I have seen this on the test before. Adipose tissue gives smoothness and contour to the body. Next, you have epithelial tissue. It is protective covering on body surfaces such as skin, mucous membranes, tissue inside the mouth, lining of the heart, digestive, respiratory organs, and the glands. Muscle tissue contracts, moves various parts of the body. And nerve tissue carries messages to and from the brain and controls and coordinates all bodily functions. Nerve tissue is composed of special cells known as neurons that make up the nerves, the brain, and the spinal cord. Next, we're going to talk about body systems and associated organs. Organs are structures composed of specialized tissues designed to perform specific functions in plants and animals. Body systems, also known as systems, are groups of body organs acting together to perform one or more functions. Next, we're going to talk about the skeletal system. This is new territory. This is new information. All right. So everybody get ready, get your pad and pen if you ain't got it already, but you should have it already. Just saying. The skeletal system forms the physical foundation of the body, is composed of 206 bones that vary in size and shape and are connected by movable and immovable joints. Osteology is the study of the anatomy, structure, and function of the bones. Os means bone. It is used as a prefix in many medical terms, such as osteoarthritis or what was it? I forgot what the other one is. I can't remember. Anyway, osteoarthritis is a joint disease. Except for the tissue that forms the major part of the teeth, bone is the hardest tissue in the body. So bone is tissue, by the way, y'all. It is composed of connective tissue consisting of about 1/3 organic matter, such as cells and blood, and 2/3 minerals, mainly calcium carbonate and calcium phosphate. Primary functions of the skeletal system are to what? Give shape and support to the body, protect various internal structures and organs, serve as attachments for muscles, and act as levers to produce body movement. Also, helps produce both white and red blood cells, one of the functions of bone marrow, and store most of today's calcium supply, as well as phosphorus. What else? Phosphorus, magnesium, and sodium. Okay. Last but not least in this chapter, and we're going to go to the next one. A joint is the connection between 2 or more bones of the skeleton. There are 2 types of joints: movable, such as elbows, knees, and hips, and immovable, such as the joints found in the pelvis and skull, which allow little or no movement. There are exceptions to this condition, such as childbirth, where special hormones allow for flexibility of the pelvic joints. Next, we are going to go to chapter 7, basics of chemistry. All right, previously, here's what we studied. Chemistry, science that deals with the composition, structure, and properties of matter and how matter changes under different chemical conditions. That is the definition of chemistry. Organic chemistry. There are 2 types of chemistry. You got organic, you got inorganic. Organic chemistry, study of substances that contain the element carbon. All living things made up of compounds that contain carbon. Term organic applies to all living things and those things that were once alive. So, gasoline, synthetic fabrics, plastics, pesticides are all considered organic because they are manufactured from natural gas and oil, which are the remains of plants and animals that died millions of years ago. Most organic substances will burn. Inorganic chemistry, the study of substances that do not contain carbon but may contain hydrogen. Inorganic substances are not and never were alive, therefore they will not burn. Metals, minerals, water, air, and ammonia are inorganic substances. Matter is defined as anything that occupies space and has mass. All matter has physical and chemical properties and exists in the form of a solid, liquid, gas, or plasma. Matter has physical properties we can touch, taste, smell, or see, but not everything is matter. For example, we can see visible light and electrical sparks, but light and electricity are forms of energy, and energy is not matter because it does not have mass. All right. Next, we're going to talk about elements. An element is the simplest form of chemical matter, contains only one type of atom. It cannot be broken down into a simpler substance without a loss of identity. Next, atoms, atoms. Atoms, they are the basic building blocks of all matter. They are the smallest particle of an element that has the chemical identity of the chemical. At the center of the atom is the nucleus that is made up of subatomic particles or protons. The P is for protons with a positive charge, and neutrons, N, with no charge. Nucleus is orbited by by electrons, E, with a negative charge. As the basic unit of matter, atoms cannot be divided into simpler substances by ordinary chemical means. All right. Molecules. Molecules is formed when two or more atoms combine chemically in definite proportions. For example, hydrogen, H2, contains two atoms of hydrogen. The air or atmospheric gases we breathe is primarily made up of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, and water vapor. The oxygen in air is an example of an elemental molecule. Elemental molecules consist of two or more atoms of the same element in fixed proportions. In this case, two atoms of the element oxygen, which is written as O2. Ozone, O3, a major component of smog, is another elemental molecule but contains three atoms of oxygen. All right, we're going to stop there with chemistry, okay? We ain't going to get too far into chemistry. We're just going to use the, we're just going to get into, well, no. Wait. Let me back up. Let me say it like this. So the information that really, really matters for you as a barber will be what you pay for in our class, which is past barber theory, relevant information. Okay. Just saying that's going to be available Black Friday. So be ready for it. Black Friday, relevant information, all that stuff. But in the meantime, we're going to stop there for today. Okay. Before I go any further with all the very technical chemical stuff. Now we're going to jump to chapter 8. Electricity. Previously, we studied understanding electricity. It is not matter. It does not matter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying electricity is not matter. It is not considered matter because it does not occupy space or have mass. In fact, electricity can move through or across matter and space. Electricity is a form of energy that produces physical, magnetic, chemical, or thermal effects when in motion. This energy is created by the flow of electrons between atoms. Electric current, flow of electricity along a conductor. Conductor, any substance, material, medium that conducts electricity. Insulator or non-conductor is a substance that does not easily transmit electricity. Not the fact that it don't transmit, it don't easily transmit or conduct electricity. All right. So most metals, carbon, the human body, and watery solutions of acids and salts. Insulators. I'm sorry. Non-conductor. Substance that does not easily transmit electricity. So rubber, silk, dry wood, glass, cement are good insulators. Electric wire, composed of fine twisted metal threads covered with a silk, plastic, or rubber coating. A complete electric circuit is the path of an electric current from the generating source through conductors and back to its original source. All right. Two types of current. You got direct current, alternating current. Direct current, constant, even flowing, travels in one direction. Alternating current, rapid, interrupted current flowing first in one direction and then in the opposite. It produces a mechanical action. Okay. So direct current produces a chemical reaction. Alternating current produces a mechanical action. All right. So consider electric clippers that you plug into the wall. They run off of alternating current, which is AC. They're my favorite type of clippers, by the way. I just think they got more power. Just saying. Converter, apparatus that changes DC to AC. A rectifier changes AC to DC. A rectifier, rechargeable cordless clippers and battery chargers use a rectifier to convert the AC from an electrical wall to the DC needed to recharge the batteries. All right, so an example of that is like the Barber trimmers, right? That you can unplug, plug back up, unplug, plug back up. It uses that. So it uses a rectifier to convert AC to DC. And it's dope as hell. I like those. If they had a corded Barber trimmer, though, I would get it. I'm just saying. That's my shit. you know what? All day today, I'm just saying. Yes, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. Excuse me. No, a rheostat. Rheostat is an adjustable resistor that is used for controlling the current in a circuit. Many devices, such as light dimmers, use a rheostat. All right. Let's talk a few. Let's go over the differences between DC and AC. All right. Direct current, constant even flow. Alternating current, rapid and interrupted flow. Direct current travels in one direction. Alternating current travels in two directions. Direct current produced by chemical means. Alternating current produced by mechanical means. Next, electrical measurements. The volt, unit that measures electrical pressure. Amp, standard unit for measuring the strength or rate of an electric current in a conductor. The ohm is the unit of electrical resistance in an electrical current, and the watt is the unit of power and indicates how much electric energy is being used in 1 second. I think we'll stop there with electricity. We're going to jump to the skin structure disorders and diseases. All right, now we get into the good stuff, or should I say the more important stuff that State Board is looking for per the CIB, which is what the Candidate Information Bulletin is, what tells you what everybody is looking, what's the percentages within the chapters, what they're looking for. All right. So you have, let's talk about the anatomy of the skin. The skin is constructed of two clearly defined divisions, the epidermis and the dermis. Epidermis, known as cuticle scarf skin, outermost protective layer. The dermis is the underlying or inner layer of the skin. It is also called the derma, the corium, the cutis, or true skin. Epidermis contains no blood vessels. It's the thinnest layer of the skin, it contains no blood vessels, but has many small nerve endings. The layers are strata. You have 5 of them: stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, stratum granulosum, stratum spinosum, and stratum germinativum. Okay. In the dermis is the inner underlying layer of the skin, and it is 25 times thicker than the epidermis, and consists of a highly sensitive layer of connective tissue, which we had talked about previously. Okay. Within its structure, numerous blood vessels, nerves, lymphs, and oil glands, hair follicles, erector pili muscles, and papillae. The dermis consists of 2 layers: the papillary or superficial layer and the reticular or deeper layer. All right. The papillary layer lies beneath the stratum germinativum of the epidermis. This layer also contains melanin or skin pigment. The space at the top of this layer is the epidermal-dermal junction where the 2 layers meet. Reticular layer, deeper layer of the dermis, which supplies the skin with oxygen and nutrients. And this is the stuff that when we get to talking about, when people say, "Oh, what's going on with my scalp is dry, my scalp got this going on, it's flaky, dandruff, whatever." A lot of the underlying issue gets to this layer because the reticular layer contains the following structures within its network: fat cells, sweat glands, blood vessels, hair follicles, lymph glands, erector pili muscles, oil glands. That's where all the magic is happening for the stuff that you need for your scalp, for your hair, underneath the skin, where everything needs to happen, where the nutrients need to go, all that good stuff. Big Blue, what's up? Good morning to you. Okay. Subcutaneous tissue, also known as adipose tissue. Then we talk about that. Adipose means fat. Is a layer of fatty tissue found below the dermis. Subcutaneous tissue varies in thickness according to age, gender, and general health. It gives smoothness and contour to the body, contains fats for use as energy, and also acts as a protective cushion for the outer skin. Next, let's talk about fluids of the skin. Blood and lymph supply nourishment to the skin in the form of protein, carbs, and fat. From 1/2 to 2/3 of the body's blood supply is distributed to the skin. Let me run that back by y'all. Okay. From 1/2 to 2/3 of the body's blood supply is distributed to our wonderful skin. Okay. As the blood and lymph, LYMPH, circulate through the skin, they deliver essential materials for the growth, nourishment, and repair of the skin, hair, and nails. Networks of arteries and lymphatics in the subcutaneous tissue send their smaller branches to hair papillae, hair follicles, and skin glands. Think about that for a second. So, if you got issues with blood pressure, if you're taking some type of medicine that does things to your blood, if you are not consuming the things that you need for a healthy blood supply, guess what? It is going to reflect in your skin as well. It's also going to reflect in your hair. It's also going to reflect when you get to the bowl and we give you a shampoo and we see in certain things, we can tell certain things just by the film, the smell, anything going on with your hair just says there's something deeper going on in your skin, because in the dermis is where all of these different things are happening in these different layers. Okay. We're going to stop there for chapter 9. We're going to jump on chapter 10, which is properties and disorders of the hair and scalp. Okay. And this is the full court press. This is how this go. All right. It's a cumulative practice and review, because everybody wants to have everything overnight. This is my version of giving you what you want, just not in the way that you wanted it. Okay. All right. Trichology, the scientific study of hair, its disorders, and its care. All right. Trichology comes from the Greek words trichos and ology. So trichos means hair and ology means the study of. Okay. Hair is an appendage of the skin. Didn't we just talk about the skin and what applies to the skin? Hair is an appendage of the skin, meaning it's like an extension, you know, but with it being an appendage of the skin, everything skin related is that much more important. Y'all see how that work, right? All right. Hair is composed chiefly of a fibrous protein called keratin, 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 which is present in all things, such all horny type growths, such as nails, claws, hooves, things like that. Full grown human hair is divided into two parts: the hair root and the hair shaft. The hair root is that portion of the hair enclosed within the follicle beneath the skin surface. The hair shaft is the portion of the hair we see extending above the skin surface. Real quick, we're going to talk about structures of the hair root. Main structures of the hair root are the follicle, the bulb, the dermal papilla, the sebaceous glands, and erector pili muscle. Listen, y'all, they killing me. I know the P stands for patience, but the P also stands for all these P words that I'm just butchering. Bear with me, please. Okay. Anyway, the hair follicle is the tube-like depression or pocket in the skin or scalp that contains the hair root. Hair follicles are distributed all over the body, with the exception of the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Hair bulb is a club-shaped structure that forms the lower part of the hair root and is the lowest part of the hair strand. Okay. The dermal papilla. Okay. Papilla. Dermal papilla is a small cone-shaped elevation at the base of the hair follicle that fits into the hair bulb. Dermal papilla contains the blood and nerve supply that provides the nutrients needed for hair growth. Okay. And let's see. I wonder if treatment of the hair scalp is scientific concepts. Hang on, y'all. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Well, look at that. Look at that, y'all. All right. 34 minutes today. We went through all of the scientific concepts. Guess what we've been doing every day, y'all? And I remind y'all every single day. We have went through the toughest parts of the Barber written theory test. This is the part that everybody fails the most. The written theory, between the theory and the practical, in South Carolina, we have a 77% failure rate. Out of that 77% failure rate, what do people fail the most at on the written test is the scientific concepts, which we do a full court press on every day. If you cannot pass this stupid theory test with all of this review that we do, all of the classes I'm going to have, all of the content I'm going to post, if you cannot pass this test with all of this, you are literally trying to fail. Ain't no way you can watch these ain't no way you can watch these posts every single day that we do this cumulative practice every single day. We give you little bits of information, a little bit at a time, and then add a little more, then add a little more, then add a little more. And then I go over this at my school all day long, hence the term full court press. Ain't no way you going to tell me you cannot go in there and pass this test. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And if it is, guess what? I'm going to come get you, and we're going to study this damn thing some more. That's all we're going to do. Y'all thought I was going to say something crazy. Y'all, you know what? Why y'all like threats like that? You know, why y'all like the threats of violence and stuff like that? I don't know, man. All I'm going to do is teach you. I ain't going to punch you in the face for getting a question wrong. That's crazy. I'm crazy, but not in that way crazy. But anyway, it is early in the morning. I'm glad y'all joined me. Look, it ain't even 7 o'clock yet. That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to try to get to some of this information. Next is probably the Kajabi files. I got video I got to record for you guys. And like I said, Black Friday, end of the month, I'm going to have a whole lot of different classes available for a discount. All of them will be available for the discount. So if barbering is the thing that you need, barbering concepts, barber applications is what you need, I will have those classes. Hang on. Let me say all that again. I will have those classes. All right. Black Friday, relevant information for the barber theory. I will have these classes available. Relevant information. Everything that I'm going over with you is literally just the book itself. All the information that we do on the full court press is the book itself. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. All of that information is the book itself. Some people ask me all the time. I get this question asked all the time. So what am I going to see on the test? Well, guess what? That's what you got to pay for. I'll have a class to where we'll go over the high percentage stuff that you'll probably see on the test. But who's to say that they can't structure the test differently, which they do now, by the way. So you'll still get scientific concepts, but you may not get the same question. But I know the high percentages because most of the students that I've teach, we talk about the test every single time somebody take it. And we talk about it some more, and we talk about it some more, and we talk about it some more, and we reverse engineer that thing. Okay, so relevant information will be, I will be having a live webinar where we do something like this, but all we're going over is the relevant information. The high percentage stuff that you will most likely see on the test, yeah, that's what you're going to pay for. But if not, if you want to be cheap and you want stuff for the free, well, just tune in every day where we just go over the whole book. We go over the whole thing, go over the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? We still do the full court press method, and we'll do general study too. I don't have a problem with that. Y'all let me know what y'all want to see. I'm just saying, if it come down to relevant information, you're going to pay for that part. Okay. But that'll be available. Fundamentals bundle, which is, you know, all the basic things you need to start cutting hair. Those will be on sale. The bundle itself will be on sale. So it's like 5 or 6 classes in one. All of that'll be on sale For my folks that need GED help before you can sign up for barbering and the barbering program, we have GED prep available too. Guess what else is going to be available on Black Friday? The GED prep. Okay. We got a certain style that we're going to do for that as well. Like we have general information that you see every day, but the more relevant information and the more relevant concepts, that's going to go on sale. And we'll probably be selling it as a membership. So anybody that needs help beyond what we're doing with the prep, we'll have a membership available where you'll have full access to me and my partner in crime, Mike, aka at Toss the Dice. So you can get in touch with me at Pierre Huey, which is at the bottom of this screen right there. For y'all Instagram watchers, it is at PIERREHOUEY. And if you need to get in touch with my boy Mike, aka at Toss the Dice, his handle is at Toss TOSS _ DA _ DICE. Okay. For your GED prep needs, we got you. So yeah, be on the lookout for all that stuff. Matter of fact, what I will make it my mission today to possibly be able for you guys to have access to well, basically I want to make the membership available the best I can. Yo, what's up? What's up? D1, what's happening? But yeah, I'm gonna make it my mission today, before the day is up, that the GED prep membership will be live. We got to talk about a price point. So, we'll figure the price point out as we go. But yeah, like if I had anything I want to get done today for my GED prep folks, I want to have the membership live and able to be subscribed to before day's end. All right. That being said, get up out of here. Next is my Kajabi files. I am your instructor, Pierre Huey, aka Mr. P. The P is for patience. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Peace.